tomboyish, but I still haven't kind of decided on her voice. I am kind of just talking on however. Rolo keeps changing too, because the poor boy went missing at one point, and I kind of forgot his voice. Not too much, no worries, ain't gonna spoil. Okie dokie. Good. No. Yeah, Beck, it really is cat. But yeah, previously on Beacon Pines, we had a lovely meal at... I forgot her name. Well, this little cat girl's at their parents' house. We had some pineapple pizza, pineapple ham pizza, yummy. Yummy. Some Hawaiian pizza. Alright, you do... That's the thing. We remember Ilona. We remember one of her mother's names, because she has two moms, and one of their names was Ilona, and that stuck with us because it's a Finnish name. Yeah. But yeah, we had that lovely meal, and then we got one of those turning point things happening where we could I can't remember, was it like we were gonna go by ourselves, or was it like she was gonna come with us? And we kind of went with she's gonna come with us kind of scenario. Oh right, it was the thunderstorm was about to hit, and somehow our choice mattered in the fact in some way that the storm kind of flew by and the sky cleared, and that's why she decided to come escort us, quote unquote escort us home, even though we are actually gonna go to the treehouse. But then we stopped by the gate, and I can't remember what we did at this gate, but anywho, stuff happened. We went to the bushes because the owner of that place came in to talk with one of the hazmats. Masked. There we go. Got there. One of those people, and we discovered that's our grandma. That's all Gran. Our granny. Our freaking grandmother. Isn't that hazmat mask. Alright, this is gonna be one of those days. I'm just not gonna be able to speak proper. That's a fun combination, considering I have to read a bunch of text and voice act. Anywho, we need to regroup at Rollo's place, or Rollo's treehouse place, and probably convey on what the frick we just saw. Also, I wanna see. Yeah, we have the turning point thing, which we can pretty much do whenever. We can jump, that's the thing. This is in our backpack. Pretty much. And yeah. I am curious on the fact that we only have unlocked 2 buttons. 2 buttons plus the jump. The actual interact button. But yeah. Roller's horse. Ooh, Chloe mushroom. Nothing? Oh, not that. Okay. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course! We're not worried.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Oh, I forgot that the narrator voice is nice. Just doing and horsing our keys. Well, maybe try minding your B's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
It's the clones! Is there anything you need knowing? You'll know it. Absolutely. If you'll just sign here and acknowledging everything is acquired, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
Ooh. There. And would you like me, like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility.
Oh no, I stopped putki aivo.
Then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Where they be going? We talk with you? Hi, Mr. Noncreed. Oh, let me give you some advice. Next time someone you know asks to hear your thoughts, give him a good hard pop right in the kisser. Oh, Prince tells me just to keep away from clipboards. That's good, that's good. Her gran is a smart lady, look. Speaking of which, you'd better run along home now. Too dark out at the wandering on your own. I'm not on my own though, but you know. We speak with you. The answer you seek will be revealed to you in due time. Question is the figure in tone. Are you prepared to live with the truth? Ominous as always. Fun. Another day, another dollar. See ya tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the perennial harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf, cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. Just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright at the early tomorrow. I can't wait. Well, they're excited, as teenagers or slash young adults should be about work. Yeah, kissoja, kyllä. I don't want to talk with the... especially when we now know that the hyena guy is suspicious as heck.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. Couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not so sure about that. Nonsense! That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yes, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't much like me, does she? Oh no, that's not it all. She's just been busy. Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks to her. The History Museum adds a real air to import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You're done tooting, he was.
Kerr locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
Who does? Huh? Who does? This hyena guy is suspicious. We already know that. But I mean the entire Valentine family. Percent company included. I'll ask you something, Mr. Kerr. Like Kerr, I meant. Okay, okay. So it did cross. Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I've never felt one needed the compelling reasons to throw a party. Not just the festival. All of this. There's gotta be 100 down on their luck tones. What? There's gotta be 100 down on their luck towns out there. I don't understand what that means. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? You know what I love most about actually cultured business? Seeds. Seeds? Yup. Little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
Look how you leech right before laying a bomb to your forehead, William. You treat a seed, right? Nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. You see potential here? Undoubtedly. The seeds of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. Oh, he's so planning on becoming the mayor of this town or something. Oh, we can't talk with him anymore. Gonna search up a little bit in this area. Couldn't find anything. Ah, still the cool spot. Nothing in here. Nothing at the trash cans either. Nope. Oh, let's head into our secret hideout. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further from here. So, what's your buddy Rollo like? Rollo, he's... well, Rollo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the fall harvest. It's about damn time you will tell me what is this foul harvest thingy is. It's kind of a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal, fertilizers. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. The Valentines grew and, well, grew. Beacon Pines pretty grew grew around it. Most everyone in the town either worked for Sharper's Valentine or used this fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad patch. Maybe it wasn't the water, or air, or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. Or the crops. And everyone played it on the Valentines. The foul harvest, huh? Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Because of one patch? Yikes. Well, I guess you only need one flop and that's it. Half of the town lost their jobs. Ish. The next year the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it just sort of grasps root, shoot. What happens? And no one knows why? Nope. I take it Rollo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yep. For some reason, their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things haven't gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Pecan Pines Reborn Initiative. Yep. First thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in the hotels one town over the week while they decontaminated groundwater. We'd better get going. They did what now? They gathered up the whole town to a one place and then just swiped out stuff? That doesn't sound suspicious at all. But what could have they done possibly in like 1 week? What could be done in 1 week when you have the whole town to yourself, basically? Do you have time to build secret passageways or something? Or just enough time to do something else? Too early to think that. Let's scallywag here. There's the boy. Here comes the boy. Welcome. There he is. It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. Must be Rollo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rollo waggled his head with pride.
We'll find we're spread out, no expenses in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey, Luca. You know the security concern we talked about? Yeah? While I was waiting, I made some, improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. Whoa. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Lavish. Nice. All decked out. Oh, but that's fun. I loved when he just rolled up the window. That was cute. Makes me forget that it really is like a car door that they're using. Oh. Gimme. No, gimme. Oh. Nailed it. Oh, is it moving? Oh, yo. Hup. Nah. Ah! Cheesed it. Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in the town named Jeff, who trades us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. That's not a bad deal, gotta say. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luca, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luca, you promised to fill me about the Valentine's warehouse?
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe there were squatters? I don't think so. It seems more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Then it could have been a woman. How did you get away? Grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. Then they let go and I ran. Man. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Now that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Harris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle.
No, I could do better. We'll go with that. And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine's warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or a woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your gran in the same suit talking to Harris Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kinda awesome.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so, we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have have done that exact thing. Have inflated the town. And the leader is your gran, and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my gran at the warehouse. I broke the person's mask to get away. The mask gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Your gran is weird, but she might be the most boring in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since you moved in. Your gran isn't from here? No, she came here a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your gran before? Not really, no. Been years since I've seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way. But are we sure your gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. Well, we could say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Luca, your gran is hiding something. And Pa always says folks on bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. If my gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? There's literally 2 rooms in that household, Luca, that you have not looked in. One, your parents' bedroom, and the closet. The freaking ominous closet. Also, who knows what she has buried in the backyard? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time in weeks this week. If I call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear, and we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in. We survived the day!
Secret lair.
Bodies in the basement, bodies all around. Let's hope there's no zombies, okay?
Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it? Yeah. Somebody at the door? I think Granny get the door. Oh, okay, hello. Rolo, what on earth is that? Huh? It's adorable. That's what it is. That ridiculous thing on your head? Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need more of those. Look all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack the case wide open. The coast is clear? Yep. Whatever she's been up to this week has been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were a Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence. He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that is dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. He keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat! It may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lodged to ash! Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah. Closet upstairs? So maybe it stands for reason that we should check there first? No, dice, it's locked. Well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has berry bushes. Who has ever thought going to take this important thing and chuck it in the bush. True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, it is always worried I'll break her fancy dishwasher in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway. Can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Go! Alright, Rollo. This is your time to shine. Yeah, he's the tallest. Oh, yes. You're called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head on to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. What?
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them.
I just have a feeling she kept it closed because it had a lot of, ornaments that could break easily.
Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey! Let me just yank on this random teacup and...
As Beck pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Seems like your gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only 2 types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So, which one do we think she is? We're bound to find out. Viva la revolution! Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe? Oh, wow! Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. Yeah, do we? Oh my god, there's a boxing bag at the... Oh my goodness gracious.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What do you got there? It's my dad. Like, some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. And where all the meaty bits live. Oh, I had no idea we were in the presence of a premiered scholar in dense documents. And cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of painlessness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mr. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
Gee, creepy. Yeah, that's kinda disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nongreet's name. Wait,
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribbled in the margin. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby's claims to tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something
Rollo
else?
scanned through several more pages.
Oi. Oh, there's a yawn. Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind. Ay, that is a word. Separated. I don't know how to pronounce that. By the laws. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean? Enough is enough. How did you take matters into your own hands? This is bullshit. Language, young man.
Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? 'Cause I'm starting to get the vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town. Out of kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nongreet has a check mark. Clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both there. Both with question marks? Ghost Valentine has a question mark. Harris has a question mark. That's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whether it means it's probably not good. Okay. What do we have here? Parallel smart, caution, explosive, and jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. kinda incendiary jam is your grand making? Incendiary. Ooh. And viva la revolution! Exactly. She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs. Right? Only one way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Seriously, dude? Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Secret messages! Through the jam!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mr. Faratelli. A grand jam gram? Get it? Because it's a telegram. It says, last night I used the disguise Harris provided to scout the location. Timing window should be possible. Operation Spark Plug is a go. Oh man, are we doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. It's more of a bombshell than a bomb. Am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Get it? Oh, now we get to look at this thing.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's been a pathway drawn down it. Starts at the entrance of the town. And if we follow it,
Rollo carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right to...
He jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square? At the fountain in the middle of the town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Hello. Doesn't look like a treasure to me. The end of the pad on that map has the same symbol as those explosives over there. So it's not a hiding treasure? A real bummer. Rolo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival! Hmm? Did you just say gulp? Oh, he said it out actually aloud. Gulp. This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of the town. They're gonna blow up the festival! What if we stop her? Oh shit, she home! Oh no! Oh no, we're gonna get caught! What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
That was what? Oh, I hear it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh, be quiet. The lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped.
Yeah, because the entrance is freaking open.
Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath, All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Oh no, it's not Granny. Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and a voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump,
Oh,
thump,
not here to hurt anyone.
thump,
I'm just here to help. Just...
thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh? Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Oh, don't.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway.
No, Rollo, stay the freak put.
He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Blame it, chicken job!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Oh no, Rollo. Rollo? Mystery creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rollo, that was awesome! Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on
Uh-oh.
the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
Sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver!
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
Interrogation, oh no.
Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan.
We have a hostage. Let's go.
One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
Oh no, it's one of these. They'd run the classic good cop, bad cop interrogation, okay? Except we only have chill. Man, we only have chill. I guess we're
They'd
going with
run
chill.
the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
Man, that doesn't fit at all. I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my belly
He
wrong.
looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little, startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. Kids gave old Hiram a good shake. Let's just get me out of there, Rolls, and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can? How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Oh God, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gram moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on my family now? On your family now? It's just all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town. An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient
Luca
notes.
gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. Just need to untie me. Why can't you talk while being tied up? You know? You seem to be doing a pretty good job at just talking. How about just keep that? The kids deserved an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's good, lad. It will all make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
The bastard's gonna make a run for it. You see, this town has secrets, Luca. Oh, he's so gonna book it. He's so gonna book it. Very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
Past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light! Bitch ran! Get him! Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late.
God dang it! You dumb kids! Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to find a charm that says bad or badass or just something. Just something. He definitely needed like a punch in the face or something that he could have started talking. Like, they don't know where to find Mr. Tolliver. I mean, there's that too, but also now he can just go warn Granny. And we're all in deep shit after that.
Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there and let the adult handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Play cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end.
And that's another end, because we are literally locked in a cellar.
Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement.
True.
Back to the drawing board.
Yep. Right. Right, we got... Everything's being done in these points. The hazardous Hector ring. We have the tickle. Then we have basically this thing branching. Or we have the rumble in here, which is probably gonna make it so that Beck is gonna stay home instead. Still don't think that Tolliver is bad. I mean, he's probably not bad. If he was a bad guy, he would have tried to hurt the kids. But instead, he made them run for it. Oh, do we go with the fully different route? Because this route, the hazardous hectoring, this route is the route where uh this is the route where Rollo is kidnapped. Rollo's gone in this route. In this route, Rollo is fine. I think we're gonna go here and try the tickle route this time. Was this point where our bully guy got splashed? See if he gets splashed this time.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey Tiz, wanna see something cool? Ew. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What the? Tish, is she tickling you?
Yup. Yup.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
What just happened?
Nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered, I have somewhere to be.
Huh?
See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
No! Oh, Beck! Whoa. A little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? Oh, okay. It was just splashes. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I got scared there for a bit. She got like full strand going on. It deepens. That. What are you feeling about having a more mature feline look? Oh God. I don't think her
Chapter
moms are gonna
4.
be happy about that. But luckily, it didn't splash on her eyes or nose or anything like that. Just the hair on top of her.
The best policy.
Oh.
Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess.
Oh, yeah, that's happened.
Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Yeah, because in this pathway, Rollo's being kidnapped. Or catnapped. Okay, we are in more trouble now. Okay. Luca, what the hell are you doing here? And why did a kid with a gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping out. Helping look for Lowell. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her.
Well, her little brother is missing.
Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I were just playing in the Wheat Woods yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine's warehouse. Everyone was there. Someone was there in a strange suit. And we hid in the dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us. I think it was a body. So we ran but we got split up and I ran home. And it's all my fault. And now my best friends may never come back.
Wow. Just... wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Ola's gonna be okay. I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I wanna help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rolo shows up. Sounds like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot.
You really believe this story?
What other options do we have? Things are being strange around here, leading up to the festival.
Dad has been acting weird lately.
Mr. Tolliver must be her dad. Isn't he a squirrel too?
Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
It's so cold here.
This place gives me the willies.
Yeah, it could be. He did look pretty old, so he could be pretty much somebody's dad. Wait at the treehouse in case Rolo shows up. The big place. Hi. Can't talk to him.
Mr. Nuncree jumped with a start.
Oh, don't sneak up on me. Sneak up on an old fella like that. I got scared for that piano sound just now.
Sorry. Who were you talking to?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the damn thing never does, of course.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it really.
The whole thing is a waste of money if you ask me. Any word from Rolo yet?
Not yet.
No time for a boy to lose his way.
Rolo knows the woods too well to get lost.
I suppose you're right. What's up with the music? Silly boys' antics have this whole town worried sick.
Antics?
Well, all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks.
You think this is a prank?
What other possible explanation could there be?
It's not playing a prank, and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it.
How would you know that? Unless... Oh guys, there's something else that you know. I don't feel comfortable telling this guy. I felt comfortable telling Roxy, but not this guy.
Mr. Nuncree gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Doubt that. Hang it, boy. If there's something you know, something that could help your friend, need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncree. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
There was beep lurking behind those eyes. Shame. Again, we only have one thing to put here.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
I don't think it was shame, though. I don't think so. This music is too intense to be shame.
Yesterday, Rollo and I were messing around at the old Valentine's warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo? When he went missing?
Not exactly. Was hiding in the dumpster.
Dumpster? What were you doing in there?
First, we were just looking around. And someone in the strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw him.
Got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go sulking in people's dumpsters.
It wasn't garbage. I think it was a body.
I'm sure it was some trash.
No, there was a name tag. It says Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
Guys, I think we found our hazmat guy. I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Oh, I hate when I'm right. Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
Yeah, because I was already holding us down. But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? Oh, you look scary. We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
Holy crap.
What are you doing?
Out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Oh, I just realized, is that phone booth like something that's gonna take us underground or something? Like an elevator? Shit.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet.
Never mind. Trapdoor.
The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop.
Oh no. No. Elevator.
He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance.
I think we're gonna reunite with Rollo.
Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view.
Or not.
Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much.
And we did.
The end.
Yep. Oh, it was not shame. It was evil. Evil, I tell you.
Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, we literally have only one other thing we can try. Otherwise, this, we're gonna have to start scavenging. Luca began to respond by the sky answered for him, as the clouds above began to rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
Sorry, Beck.
You sure we can make it? You can make it back home before the sun kicks off?
Luca surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here. I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Oh dear. Get to recalculate those odds.
Hurry inside, you two, before you catch a cold.
Oh, never mind. We don't go anywhere. We stay here. Okay.
It's Ilona.
Luca, Nelly will keep trying to reach your friends on phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up there. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
Hold tight from each other. Get it? I think it's an expression.
This looks wild. What is it?
Gum.
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of a gum with increasing amount of chewing. Chewed that one for Chewed that one for 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you?
A little. But weird can be cool.
I want a hand sanitizer, please. Yeah, that is a very long time.
Oh, wow. Oh, and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse.
Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. We did it with a state of art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. But when she does have time for me, she shows me with a high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this.
Not out here in the boonies. I wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static.
Ah, shucks.
Yeah, but if we took this to the treehouse, because we have an antenna there, we get some cool stuff.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent. Huh.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Farrier corridors. Boy, you weren't kidding about punking around, huh?
Oh, sorry. Is this from your old school?
The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they were really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both.
So you've moved a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else.
These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water.
That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared.
Well, you cared enough to keep them is all.
Luca, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Superhero landing.
Dang, did that hurt?
I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. At least you look cool doing it. Yeah, she did a superhero landing.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rollo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care about you, what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was a little: don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. You're trying to hold it all in, you're gonna bop. So then, what do? When you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own though. Gotta do something. Anything. Here.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our own complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable, undeserved. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. But things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town.
Whoa. Let me try.
Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere?
Her voice dropped to a
I don't want to
trembling
actually
whisper.
scream. That's gonna hurt my voice.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There.
Wow. I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Patoutunutta vihaa. Joskus pitää saada vaan huutaa.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. Should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll like you out. See you and Rollo at the festival. Sounds good. Okay. Don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
Yay.
Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Catch up with Rollo at the treehouse.
I mean, you know, sometimes you have friends that you can vent other kind of stuff, you know. I can understand that. And sometimes when you know, for instance, if for instance, one of your friends is dealing with something, some heavy stuff, you don't exactly go to vent him about your stuff. You try to be there for them instead. And maybe you can vent to somebody else, you know? That's why you gotta have at least couple friends. I'm not a good person to talk about these things, but you know, it's good to talk things out with people, not to bottle them up. Nah.
It's the Batgirl!
Oh yeah, but by the way, now that we stayed over and missed the revelation of our grandmother, so there's that. Unless Dawn saw something.
Hi, Dawn. Tracking down a lead? Yep, yep. You're the choosy new roamer. Turns out the sharper Valentine died. He left me behind a peculiar last will and testament.
Peculiar? Who? How?
He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions.
Like what?
The documents. People like Dad Harris had to take on the child as her ward. Kid our age who just showed up to the town one night with a lawyer.
Solomon?
Bingo.
So Harris was forced to take care of him?
Yep. Or she would have lost everything.
Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid?
Rumor has it, Sharper showed some wild oats.
That explains the way Harris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out?
Rebecca Turner never reveals her sources, look up.
Okay, touche. I'm gonna drink. Her voice probably hurts me the most. The ominous phone booth. This jackass's house. Yeah. Met his old friend's eye and was greeted with a nothing but a ice-cold anger. Heavens, this is no time for a fractured friendship. Oh no, is Rolo gonna be angry since we didn't show up? Excuse me, what are you doing? Just looking up for the night, sir. How wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a little bit and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We were all here at Perennial Harvest because we believed in creating better future, yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good. Then it's decided. Yes, sir. We'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Ah. I'm gonna see if we have gotten any new things. We have pungent.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
Property of Sharper Valentine.
Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper's Valentine would be written on everything on this town.
Will you give it back to him?
He may not even want it back. The man got a contagious relationship with mine. I'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. A lot of treasure we've pulled out.
Hello? Are you still up there?
I'm sorry, Rollo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Yeah, we got too late. Come back, never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset.
Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason?
I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rollo scoffed.
The rain helped me, Bob.
Liar! You weren't even home.
What?
The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it up to your house. You weren't there.
I hadn't made it back yet.
Not a fool, Luca. Doesn't take all day to deliver some jam.
No, Storm rolled out in and out nowhere. I got stuck after dinner at Becky's house.
Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck?
She's a new kid in town. Actually kind of cool. You'd like her. Needed help convincing her parents that she'd made a new friend.
New friends? Spent all day waiting for you. And you were off making new friends?
Not like that, Rollo.
You know. While I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. Come on, Rollo, come on. Ah, this is why kids are a bit annoying sometimes. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
Honestly, Luca did nothing wrong, but the problem was that he had made a promise, and he should have kept the promise, but Storm was a bit nasty. But I also understand Rollo's situation where he actually went in the storm trying to find his friend. But, yeah. It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me.
Of course I care about you, you ass.
I knew you'd get in trouble waiting late for you. But I kept my word. 'Cause that's what friends do.
Oh, Wild, what a noble sacrifice you made.
Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want. And you couldn't even get in trouble.
Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rollo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Promises are great deals for kiddos. Yeah, apparently.
Maybe Pa is right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out a real Luca. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around.
that's low. Rolo, that is a low blow.
The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line.
Oh yeah, Luca is not talking to you after this.
But it was too late.
Luca,
Good night, Rolo.
it.
Man.
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Football.
Rolo. What a jerk. You bad friend. Oh, look at me. I'm an amazing family.
Whenever my wife gets upset, I'll let her color in my tattoos. She just needs a shoulder to crayon. that sounds very therapeutic. And also, welcome to the stream, Mango. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a nice Thursday. I wanna kick. Let me kick the ball. Let me kick the ball. Kick. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Let's not break the game. Let's not break it. Can I go anywhere? Okay, I can't go anywhere.
Rolo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him. He can shove it. I guess I'm just never supposed to make a new friend.
Oh, okay, but we gotta weep. This is sad, dear boy. Face plants to bed. Huh?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
Oh, it's Granny. Oh dear, another character who's gonna kill my voice.
You slept straight through the breakfast. Look, are you alright?
Oh, I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet.
Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've gotta run out and take care of some things.
Okay.
I'll be back later to check in.
Sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Immediately gets up.
I bet Rolo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable.
It's way too fun.
Luca dozed off again.
Luca, you didn't eat your oatmeal.
Wasn't hungry.
Oh, just in case you'll get hungry. I'll leave a sandwich here too. A sandwich.
Thanks.
Rolo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is to just sit in your room all day?
Pretty much.
Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside,
I think it'll do you some good. Noted.
Lucas still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
Oh no, confronting your problems. Can we eat the sandwich? Okay.
There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway.
Ooh, we get the knocks up.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca. Another little friend who came to see you. A girl named Beck Melville. You said you met yesterday.
What did she say? She there?
He was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today.
Oh,
He seems nice.
yeah.
You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in?
See you later.
All right then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table. In case you want to bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon.
Must be hungry. Man, you guys ever when you're sad? And well, obviously don't feel like eating when you're sad or just, depressed or whatever. But once you kinda get over the sadness and you start to kind of feel a little bit better, you just hit with the extreme hunger. Have you guys had that? So I always feel hungry after being sad, because that stuff, being sad and mopey, that takes energy out of you. Even after a hard cry or something like that, you just feel exhausted. You either need sleep or you need food. Preferably both. Yeah, you need food and sleep afterwards. Or a warm shower. Or even better, a warm sauna. Oh, that's nice too. Man. Yeah. Some comfort food and usually need sleep. Yeah. But when you wake up, you're gonna want some food. I feel like Luca is about to get to that point where food is probably gonna sound pretty good. Hopefully. Hopefully he's calmed down a little bit.
He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close.
Oh, never mind. You called it, Bob. More sleep.
Luca stood
time on
in
the
a vast
book.
black expanse.
Oh no, are we gonna have another nightmare?
He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit.
Oh.
The figure's voice was a scratchy echo.
Oh right, we didn't get to talk about this stuff with Rollo because we started fighting.
Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame, see? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself.
Oh, dang.
Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Luca staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus.
How are you feeling?
Fine.
Anything you want to talk about?
I don't feel like talking.
It's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo fought about doesn't matter.
But he...
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it is not the last thing you ever say to each other.
He said stuff about Dad.
Well, do you think he meant it?
No. It was just bad.
And did you mean any of the things you said to him? Good. One must appreciate friends on their best moments and accept them in their worst. Accept. Yes, another charm. Now get your little butt out the bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you?
Guess not.
Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize.
He's the one that...
What did I just say?
I'm a corn dog.
That's a good boy. Everything's better with the corn dogs.
I need to get going now. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. Alright. I love you, Luca. Love you too. Bye-bye, Gran.
Luca took a deep breath.
Oh god. Choking myself. Oh god.
Drink! 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 Drink!
Thanks, Bob. Thank you for the hydration. Ooh. Except, do we get undo Dirkschneider here too? What? Dirkschneiders? I don't know what you wrote there, but yeah, I don't think we get No, wait. I guess we can get undos now. Okay. Next chapter.
Chapter 6. Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with
Udo
Rollo.
was an accept former singer. Okay. My bad.
A big fight changes the nature of a
Also,
friendship.
why did I read that undo instead of Udo? Let me be derp. Derpy derp.
Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them.
Deep.
Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
I do like that Beth also came to see us. Hey, Roxy. There you are. Luca. Rollo wanted to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure through... You needn't buy it. If ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find him.
Luca looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing this... I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. I like her. Can I just say I like Roxy? She's slowly becoming my favorite character. A space adventure through thought you needn't buy it. If you be brave, go somewhere quiet. Okay. Roxy do be cool. I mean, she just did a nerdy quote just to, and like that probably Rollo asked her to do and sent the message, and she could have just gone and told immediately where Rollo is, but instead she delivered the message as it was. Ooh. We got drinks.
How goes the beetle hunt?
Pretty rotten. I haven't seen much of an XOV. And it's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes was critters, it just packed up and left.
I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival spooked them away.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
All
Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech. And the Perennial Harvest Festival sign reveal. You don't want to miss it. Unique New York. Unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremonial speech.
Mr. Kerr pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gap box.
You nervous?
Oh, heavens, no.
Well, break a leg.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally.
Town's still falling apart. The weather's still grotty. This season's harvest looks like it's gonna be worse than the last year's.
You said it.
No amount of cooperative pandering is gonna change any of that.
Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty.
It's...
I'm still gonna be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade, that's all.
touche. I'm moving. Oh, yeah, he's not moving anywhere. Hey, it's the Fisher.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey, Jeff. Everything all right?
Hey, yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know.
I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't ya?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Dude. What about the bullies?
Every single time.
Yep.
Wait for it.
Unexplained sound once again. Noted. Goes back inside, and they rinse and repeat.
Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones.
Oh, well, might not be that far from that drone thing. Stat with the ski. I don't know, infinite amount of supplies. It's the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the fall harvest.
I had my doubts about perennial harvest, but I just admit they do put up a nice party.
Oops, they're still working at the cafe.
Hi, Luca. How's Griffin doing? What? Oh, nothing.
Sorry, all became flesh.
Oh?
Just pretend I didn't say anything.
Okay. Oh, I can't talk to her this time. What about this little guy?
Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying? I wanted to see what all the festival fuss is about.
But I can't help but notice you still brought your backpack full of books.
Luca, backpack can carry a lot more than just books.
True, true. So what you got in there?
Books.
I was able to return the perennial harvest safety suit you borrowed.
don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now will you tell me what you needed it for? It was a favor for an enemy of my enemy. Is this going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you needed to know is that if it's for the good of the family.
Aikuiset juoni jotain paskaa.
Luca, did you know? The Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated. A lot of people don't know that.
Drink! Drink!
Yeah, I didn't know.
Drink!
What do you mean? It means most public works are handled internally. We do all the pipelines, the water treatment, building regulations. That's great. Census talking, emergency services.
Hey, and we fled. Thank you, Mango, for the hydration. Hey, Luca. What are you doing at the library? Huh? Oh, nothing.
Griffin looked away suspiciously.
Nothing at all. Okay. So we gotta go to the library. Oh, she's sleeping.
I got a question for you. What do you think this whole festival is for?
The way I figure it, Perennial Harvest is trying to win over the town. Like a bribe, but with balloons.
Cynical. I like where your head's at. That's what I assumed at first too, until I eavesdropped on a couple of gossips on clipboards. What if I told you that this whole thing is a really special sighting for a super secret guest of honor?
A special guest who?
I haven't dug that deep yet, but whoever it is, the age things, they're a big deal.
Ooh, alright, the diner. Now! Can't get in there. Fine. Over here.
The library is somewhere quiet. Hey, Luca.
Kato's eyes lit with excitement.
Oh, they are in this cahoot.
I've been expecting you.
Bravo on describing the first riddle.
The first? You didn't think that was all, did you?
Oh, does go all out, doesn't he?
Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
Ahem. Our planet Verbal, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you need a tissue.
Kato stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you?
No, it's okay. Let me figure it out.
Alright. When you find it, bring it here for it to be verified. And if you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands.
On Planet Furball, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue. Okay.
That's Jess. Still working on the newest tankdemic? You know it.
Fascinating canon towards the end. Did you know? Megatomic shrink array doesn't technically shrink stuff. It uses inverse quantum particle decay. It literally crawls the entire universe around the object, leaving the object unalterated.
so it just looks shrunk compared to everything else.
Bingo.
That's wild. But Chase, no spoilers, please. Oh, right, sorry.
No spoilies. Do we have to find it in the library or?
Luca grabbed the 5 pillars of success from the shelf.
Once you got a book, you can either bring it here to me or just grab a different one.
5 pillars of something here. What is
Luca
this?
grabbed The Issue with Self-Help, a helpful guide, from the shelf. Luca grabbed 500 meals for one big pot.
So far, the first one sounded the most. Freaking one. Oh god, I'm stuck.
Luca grabbed Natural Photography, Volume 5, from the shelf.
No, I don't think it's that.
Luca grabbed The Modern Science of Atomic Radiation from the shelf.
Uh-huh.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf. Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the shelf.
Should I grab this? A lot of 5s. Planet Farble, you may take issue. When the 5th king dies, you'll need a tissue. Can I grab anything else? I'll try this.
Ah, you found it!
Kato removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5.
Lucky!
Luca clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rollo's Cyber Ben. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. If only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he trapped George. Jeff with his purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy staff. Oh, Rollo. Now let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with just a grift.
He continued flipping.
Only found in Rift in Rub. Art.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Rift in Rub.
Heart.
Rift in Griffin. Griffin Crop Card. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Oh, brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Gato.
Gonna buy that corn dog. I only could figure out where that stand is now. Is there anything in here? Oh. We are gonna find a place. Yeah, I don't think it's here, but I'm still gonna look. Whee! We're close. I'm trying. Was it in here then? Smack this thing again. Just for good measure. Gotta have to talk with Griffin. That's odd that basically nothing looked like it had changed here.
Hey, Griffin.
Before Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it?
Bought and paid for you. Enjoy.
I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or something.
Luca shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
No! It's cold!
Yeah, that's been sitting here for a while. Rolo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specially.
That's
Luca
just...
tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Oh, come on.
He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
Pick up when you need some help. Near the fountain up the step.
Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog.
This is getting to be the whole thing.
Alright. Up the steps.
There you are, Luca.
There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade.
Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun.
Fine. Rolo owes me one.
Looney waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes a flight, but has no wings? Your final task of friendship rings.
See, that wasn't so hard.
Hard? Hey. Ugh, I feel cheaped off somehow.
I think it's sweet.
What takes flight but has no wings?
Good luck, Luca.
Thank you. There he is. He's holding balloons.
Hey,
Hey. Did you find the comic book?
yep,
And you got the corn dog?
yeah.
Well then. I know it doesn't make up for what I said. But here, I've read this.
Rolo sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
Light. Hey! What? Hey! Why does that look so familiar? Why does that particular pose look a lot... Oh, that's kind of funny. Does that remind you of something? Exactly. But I swear it's not from this. It can't be. I've never played this game before. It's still funny.
Thanks. Didn't have to go all this trouble.
Or is it? No.
I'm sorry I got so mad.
Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first.
Oh, sorry.
Now you're apologizing twice before me. Doesn't mean do this. Luca, I'm really sorry. Everything that's happened, your mom and all, always wanted to be there for you. A good friend, you know. You said you were hanging out with someone else. Kinda freaked out.
Hello.
Still my turn.
Felt like if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly
Hey, hugs. Aww. Ah, my cold heart.
Rolo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we that's why we deserve each other.
Get it? We're both pathetic. Yay.
So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around and try to find out info about your mom.
Snoop where?
We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait 1 more day.
Can it, Luca? Can it? I mean, we watchers, we know something's gonna happen at the festival. Oh.
You know, I haven't been wanting to get some work done in the MCDC at the mission control. The aim is a bit unpredictable.
That sounds perfect.
Ah, the balloons! The balloons!
Most welcome and welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? Always try to improve.
Nope.
Just no.
Oh, can we now talk to Roxy?
No. I kind of would have wanted to talk to Roxy now.
At your hair. After Mr. Kerr gives his big speech, there's gonna the first annual biggest catch competition. As long as I put quality as a catch, I'm a shoe in. Good luck. Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your grand this morning. He asked me to give you this.
Rollo handed Luca an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. Letter?
Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand.
Oh.
If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward, but if there is, I haven't thought of it.
Oh.
God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that.
Few explosion at the backyard. At the back or something.
Love, Gran.
I love you too, Gran.
Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
Yay, balloons.
What was up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whatever you want. You know, you really didn't have to go all out trouble just to apologize.
I know, but we've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Hello.
Luca was at a loss for words. but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice?
We can still go.
Nah, this is fine.
Well, there's always next year.
Sadly, this was untrue.
Yep.
A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
Explosion!
Huh? What was that?
Oh man, missed the fireworks.
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
The frick?
A shockwave of cold tore through the room.
Excuse you?
Unfathomable chill.
The frick? Well, folks, we did again. Just by chilling at the treehouse, we did again.
Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene, in a silent treehouse turned statuary. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time. The end.
No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't.
Yeah, I agree. No, 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 no,
I
no.
won't accept it, and I hope you won't either.
No, we don't.
There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Right, okay, we got the hard one now here. Found anything else? Oh, we have. Oh god, we have a flight here. Or a hard one in here. I say we try the flight. This one, however, when we go to this path, Rolo is gone and we are in a flipping hecking pickle on the roof. And surrounded by clones. And Kurt. And the bully guy, Iggy, all screwed up by the pond. Kind of splashed on him. Time to flight.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Oh, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks.
Oh, the burns in our hands after that, Clyde. Fine. We know where they've leads them. This way. We'll take the tunnels. Ready?
Luca and Iggy
Tunnels?
winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter
Eyes,
5.
eyes.
Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
The frick?
That was actually pretty badass.
Uh-huh.
I think we lost them.
Are we up in the mountains?
I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill.
Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland?
All I know is there's no going back the way we came. See if we can get our bearings. Follow me.
Wait, but this is home. Look, there's the arch. And here... Wait. Shouldn't here be our house? Like right here? Oh, the walkie-talkie! Luca! Luca! Are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Is that the bozo Care? Oh, it was Care this time? Okay, my bad. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be
With
rude.
a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in this woods is you.
He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up in one of our radios?
Just lucky, I guess.
Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't ya?
You know my parents?
I never had the honor to meet your father, but your mom was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back
Yikes,
into his
sister.
pocket.
Gotta keep moving. Man, I don't know how to give these guys... I just kind of have a neutral voice, since I have no clue who's inside these hazmat suits. What's the readout? It in just about 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from the last time. If we report this to Mr. Kerr, still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in this equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sides to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's all this?
Hard to say with all the snow.
I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there.
What town could this even be? Wouldn't be another town this deep in the deep woods.
I'm looking for evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out where we're dealing with here. Step 1. Nose gotta go.
I'll see what I can do.
Can we throw a snowball at it?
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read.
Oh, it's
"Welcome
just
to
minus
Beacon
15
Pines."
Celsius. Hey, that's not even bad. That's a fine weather to go on a walk. That's actually better than minus 10, honestly. It might even not even be windy. This doesn't make any sense.
We're in Beacon Pines?
That'll drop. Hehehe. Nice winter day weather. Yeah. No wonder the boys are fine. How's that possible? We ran away from the town. How did we get back here?
I guess we gotta turn around.
Where did all this snow come from?
Well, it's been colder than normally lately.
There's a pretty big difference between It's weather in an Arctic hellscape. This is not an Arctic hellscape. If you think this is an Arctic hellscape, then what do you think Finland is? Put 10 more minus degrees on that, and then you start to get cold weathers.
The puddle we bought at before was cold too.
Ice Age. Yeah, we probably live in Ice Age. What? Maybe we don't know it. Maybe we just live in it already.
Maybe all of it leads to one source.
You think it's related? What the hell is going on?
We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving.
Oh, would you look at that? It's been fenced off.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Weep Wood.
The stuff who put up? Who put up?
I don't know.
This stuff look familiar to you?
Looks like barrels near the puddle, I guess.
Chop me into ya?
All frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, swim, run.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. I have to keep looking.
You can look all you want. I quit. Quitter. Quitter, quitter. Come on. Nothing can be changed if you just stay there. Come on, let's go. Oh, thank you for the follow, Alligator Games. Welcome to the Creature Club. Hope you have a good stay. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic handed atomic stories. We ain't going to save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we ever know is gone.
You don't know that. You can't just quit.
Whatever you want. I'm done.
Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
That is not a good place to collapse. This is freaking old. We need to get inside somewhere.
Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day.
I swear, if these two idiots die because they were so tired that they started sleeping outside in this weather.
As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow covered everything over. It's kind of calming.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to say it, but thanks
Huh?
for getting us away from the creeps. I sorta rose up back there.
Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. It all happened because I lost my temper.
That's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know that gunk would do. Or did you? You didn't, right?
Of course not.
Second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper.
I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. That's exactly what you should have done.
Huh?
I was being a horse ass. You were supposed to be a horse ass in response. That's how it works.
Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you?
Of course. Geez, you goody type takes forever to understand this really basic point.
Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
That's something to do.
You're an asshole because you're bored?
Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rollo are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dingy little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn. It is perfect little life.
And life is not perfect.
Everybody in town likes you.
Not everybody.
Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and she already likes you.
You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. This is great. She ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know.
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I guess that... I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Must be raining out here.
Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
You've probably tried to get some sleep.
Not in the snow, kids! Get inside! Find shelter! Not in the freaking open fields!
Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
No, not outside, you ding-dongs!
Luca? Yeah?
I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse.
What do you think?
Not bad. There's hecking buildings there. I know! The freaking company building behind them has even windows shattered. They could literally climb inside, and that already would be a better shelter.
I'll give you a full tour when we get back.
You know what?
Huh?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep.
And we froze to death.
Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. "Aw, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this." The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. "It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all worn fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs.
Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this.
She was scared. His father stepped forward.
What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them.
Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading.
I can't lose you.
Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder.
What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
Ja vesi on märkää.
I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this.
Yeah.
Eleanor raised her voice.
Figured the dad probably figured out what's going on and yeah. Next thing, feel like Luca's mom knew too much afterwards.
Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?
Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca? Is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs.
Mom? Dad? What's going on?
Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing.
It sounded like you were going somewhere.
Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly.
Promise?
Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall.
It's a mouse. Look at it's a mouse.
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Thank goodness somebody came to wake us up.
Get off your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take it easy, Iggy.
We were asleep minding our own business. I would have froze to death if they wouldn't have woken us up. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads.
I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy.
You didn't hurt nobody.
Anybody?
Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me,
When
you...
it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
Big-headed... crafty neck... Furball...
Okay, let's lower the temperature a little bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A tracker of the infinite expanse of possibilities. Great. How about a name? You must call me something. You can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make a little act and buff off? What's up?
Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait. You live here? I'd say that. So, you know where we are? You might also say that.
Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You're gonna help us or not?
If we're knowing how to leave, we must know where they are.
Alright, that does it. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here, one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weep Wood. Or we teleported to some alternate universe. Or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his grooms. This is not our home. We're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful.
Just give it us straight.
So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines.
Eh?
You both grew up here. But the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of an engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless.
That's impossible. It's too much work. You would need a whole town of replicated whole town.
Indeed, to pull such off, it would require immense labor power.
They build a mock-up town? Yeah, I'm starting to connect the dots here.
That which could be moved. Moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless Audigan was impeccable. Mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aberration of discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. And Iggy looked around uncomfortably.
So are you saying that someone made an entire town and moved us all and no one noticed?
Precisely. But why? Why?
is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. Best one can do it to uncover.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed
That's why
his
our house
brow,
didn't beat there.
and uttered,
Yep.
The source.
Why'd you say the source like that? Why indeed.
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet.
What about that 1 week away?
His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy?
It's not too late to turn back. Simply head west to Whip Woods. Bye, Nat.
Chapter 6. The Source.
A sauce.
Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
Here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. Been here. Alone. Snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. You've ruined our favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
You give me the slip like that. What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh.
Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy.
Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
We gotta hide. Two 5-9, Kate. Follow distance still's good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole ton of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. People who loved them would never know the truth. The truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey, don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah, come on. It's almost lunchtime. Weirdo. Did he just, like, swindle his way back? And I thought I was a jerk. These distinguished are out here literally dancing on grapes.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
Thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me.
Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey,
Who's any of this helping?
What?
Sitting here in the snow crying like some pushover. Oh, you're helping.
Iggy, look. What they did. They lied to everyone.
Blah, blah, blah. Look, Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you acting like a horse ass,
I should stand up for myself.
hell yeah. Her and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off the switcheroo for a reason, right?
Matt mentioned something about a source.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever that source must be an awfully valuable paranormal therapist.
Sure, it would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it?
What do you have in mind?
If it's a small enough to steal, we'll snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it.
And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his
That could
knuckles.
be a problem. I'm always up for a change.
I'm gonna make this right, Dad. I promise. Let's do this.
Locate the source. Alright. Oh. It can get awfully cold out there if those woods look, probably best if you choose stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way.
Where's Rollo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her?
Oh heavens, no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Aw, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings.
Screw that guy.
Yeah, screw him. But that is a